Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex coming back in today with a brand new video. And today, as always, the topic we'll be talking about in the title below. I haven't done the opening and or intro in a long time. But, yes, as always, down in the title below will be the topic we're talking about today. So, I do got to ask you guys the question, do you guys like them turning these antagonists into protagonists? I'm not saying do you wish they would just discard them after we get past that certain villain per se, and or Toma gets past that certain villain, I should say. But do you guys prefer them actually bringing them back into protagonists? And I gotta say, I actually do enjoy this a lot, and my reasoning behind it is simply because I like it's kind of like the dual perspective. We get to see them as a good guy, and we get to see them as a bad guy. So we kind of understand them, and we get where they've come from. Like, we don't know necessarily the foundation in like a visual kind of way. No, we didn't get to see their backstory, kind of like, Railgun Season 2, Accelerator, and Misaka Accelerator arc. We don't get to see all that, not nearly as close in depth, but we do get to see where they come from, and we do get allowed them to explain why they were the villains they were, and we can see kind of why Toma turned them around with the words he said to them. So it's pretty cool. I do like the dual perspective, but I wanted to pass that off to you guys. But so Carissa. So basically, Carissa didn't like the way her mother is running things, right? She didn't like how non-aggressive she was. She was sure she was aggressive, but not nearly aggressive enough. The way, Carissa just kind of talked about it for the, slight time she did, I kind of viewed it as if she was saying her mother was being passive aggressive, it's kind of like friendly aggressive, kind of like, hey, you need to do this, man. I'm here for you, but make sure you get shit done. Kind of like that, rather than get this done now. Get this shit done right here, right now. She wasn't, as aggressive. So I see where she's coming from. But where I don't see where she's coming from is she's willing to kill her mother and her sisters just to get what she wants, just to be able to use a sword, to get the full use out of it. And that's something to me, it's just kind of like, wow, you're really wanting to sacrifice your own family, the people who brought you into this world, the people who have helped you become who you are? Are you kidding me? Talk about self-righteous. Talk about thinking your way is truly the better way. Like, you better have life or death commitment to what you're doing. You better be willing to throw yourself on the sword if you're willing to throw your family on the sword. Like, Jesus. Like, are you serious? I thought she's going to be someone that could be forgiven. I thought she was going to go that route. But seeing that she's willing to kill her own family, and she has already attempted, that's pretty effed up. And this girl's going in a dungeon, man. And once this is all said, she's done. She's done. She's done. I'm not saying they're going to kill her, but she is done. Unless there's some BS that happens, but she needs to be thrown in prison for. I mean, she's just trying to kill one of you, and she wanted the other ones, other of you guys being killed as well. So that's pretty effed up. But other than that, though, I do want to talk about how the butler just disposed of Kanzaki. The butler just absolutely obliterated Kanzaki like she is nothing. Think about it. William Orwell, and we'll get to that in a second. He's the strongest guy we've seen today. Let's just be real. He is a monster. He has the blessing of Mary, and he also has the blessing of God. He wasn't someone who was just blessed by God. He was blessed by Mary. So that's the only person we know like that. That's the first time we've heard of someone being blessed by Mary too. The blessing, and or having the blessing of her, I should say. But I look at that, and Kanzaki, she's getting her ass kicked by him, sure, but she's at least putting up a fight. She was holding her own. She was forcefully being pushed back during that fight the whole time. You could definitely tell that he was a superior fighter. He was stronger. He was a superior strength. But Kanzaki at least could fight back, right? She could put effort in to fight back. And whenever she fought the butler disposed of her like she was nothing. Think about that. Like she was nothing. She's laying on the ground. He had her done up in about a minute worth of runtime. He even caught back up to the princess where she even made it to her first stop, catching her little sister. Like, think about that. Wow. But, I mean, I look at, William, he comes in here, and now he's kind of struggling against the butler as well. Of course, he's beat up, though. Like, I mean, they even make that statement. It's like the show wants you to know, hey, William's beat up. He's not at 100% by no means. He's more like probably at 50, all right? But think about it. So it's just pretty crazy to see how strong Kanzaki is, and just see how she is just overwhelmed. Not even, not just by William back in last arc in Academy City, but by the butler as well. Like with ease. William was with ease, but it wasn't without pushback. The butler had no pushback. Just disposed of her. Might as well flicked on the forehead, as to where William had to actually punch her. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that kind of force. That's how easy. But hopping on to the next thing, William actually showing up and saving Princess. Is it Villiana? I think it's Villiana, I believe. For the sake of the video, her name is now Villiana, the third and youngest sister that William saved. So you all know what I'm talking about. So I look at that scene, and I love the music. That music just made that scene. It's like, yeah, this music is badass. But seeing William come in, save her, that was awesome. I thought it was really cool. I love this Williams persona. I love this character design, that look, that serious look, that intent to really kind of kill, or like, what the F are you doing? You're about to get effed up look. I just enjoyed it, especially that music playing. Like, badass music fitted a badass person, I guess. I just enjoyed that a lot. I don't know if you guys did or not. But other than that, though, I wonder who that girl is Toma found. I thought she was one of those girls that were transferring the case, but I was like, they're working with her, with Carissa, so that would not be her. So I don't know who she is. I mean, I don't know. Previous shows, Toma wrapped up in some mummy thing, and then we see like a mummy figure fighting Villiana, it seems to be. So maybe that girl that he actually saved is she good or bad? And if she's bad, is she Carissa bad, or is she? I don't know. If she was on Carissa's side, why would she be tied up in the back of a train car? So I don't know. So as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter X25. You guys have been hexed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.